Well, this production is basically a recreation of the film, and for those who haven't seen the film, I think majority of them might be familiar with the title song, or might have seen a few clips of Gene Kelly swinging around a lamppost and dancing and singing in the rain. So, you know, even if they haven't seen the film, it is the most spectacular production, the most incredible musical, which focuses in and zones in on the time period where silent movies became talking films.
And what's great about Singin In The Rain is it's got this plot that's very interesting because of the slice of history that it deals with, but at the same time there's a lot of numbers that are, you know, they're kind of quite light excuses just to go into an amazing dance and song number with a great melody and amazing choreography, and it's very uplifting. So there's even the villain of the piece she's quite comedic, she's quite funny.
No, it's pretty much the same. In terms of the design, they brought actually redoing that version of the show.
Okay.
So
pretty much
it's exactly the same.
We had the West End team that came down to teach us the show, and we've got the exact set and props and costumes. And I think the biggest kind of change from the movie is that although the stage show pays homage to the film, the choreography and some of the scenes aren't exactly the same. So otherwise, why go watch the stage show? You can just stay home and watch the movie. So there's something, and the choreography that we do, I think, is a lot fuller and more exciting in some ways, you know.
Yeah, like I often think if I were to go watch something that I love, like there's a movie that I love, and there's a live production of this movie, and I'm gonna go watch it. I want it to be as good. But I think anyone who feels that way about this production and is worried that they might leave feeling disappointed, that won't be the case. I can almost guarantee you, pretty much guarantee you, because it's such an incredible recreation of the movie.
Singing, dancing?
Well, I studied my degrees in social science, so I would be an anthropologist. That's one of my other major.
I would probably be in public relations. I studied PR for 3 years after school.
Oh.
I don't know, I would probably be in something in the artistic field. I mean, I do a lot of drawing and painting and stuff like that as a hobby.
And that's why it's so fun today, because the 50s, when the movie was made, you know, this is a movie made in the 50s looking at the 20s, and both of those eras were about having fun, about, you know, the one was about the birth of Hollywood and, you know, there's the roaring 20s, and on the other hand, you know, in the 50s was the post-war kind of period where people also didn't want to deal with dark issues. So I think you put those two things together and you have the ultimate movie of joy and delight.
I think that's what's also so amazing about a live production is that there's no cuts. It's all live. I mean, I don't know if we're answering the question correctly, but if you look back at those movies and those films, like all the Gene Kelly movies, I watched some clips recently of him roller skating and tapping at the same time, and it's all one take, like, and it's so
few cuts.
Few cuts, and it was pure talent and absolute like a phenomenon.
Which as a theatre performer, I think you have so much, we can relate, you have respect for the amount of rehearsal, but Gene Kelly, to be able to do that in just a couple of takes, it's unbelievable. I had a very funny moment that happened to me in my number. At the end of the number, I'm supposed to run through a wall, but it's a cardboard wall, and this was in a tech run or a final verse rehearsal. And as I ran to the wall, it usually just breaks and I go through it, and as I ran, I just bounced off of it. And I looked at this wall and I was like, why didn't it break? So I tried again and it still didn't break, so I punched it, it didn't break. So I was like, oh. So I walked around it because I have to fall over the piano on the other side, so I fall over the piano, and then I think, you know, I'm gonna get through this wall. So I kicked my way through it, and as I got through it, I was like, never say die! And then I finished the number, but it was just the most hysterical. The people on stage were dying because of the laughter. Hey, I'm Steve van Beek, I play Cosmo Brown.
I'm Bethany Dixon and I play Kathy Selden.
And I'm Grant Almiral and I play Don Lockwood.
We would like to give a shout out to all the readers of What's Next and all the fans in Singapore.
We'd love to see you at Singin In The Rain at the MasterCard Theatre at Marina Bay Sands from the 9th of July.
See you there!